Good morning, caregivers. We are here today to talk about how to caregive successfully, even when men and women have huge caregiving styles and differences. Stay with me for the caregiving chat of the day. Let's start talking about men. Men approach caregiving like work. They approach it from a practical standpoint. They have this sense of responsibility to care for spouses, aging parents, which is wonderful. Women have the same thing. But men approach it from a fixing standpoint and a managing standpoint, which is different from how women approach caregiving. So men want to fix problems. They want to manage situations, which is good. One of the main problems with caregiving, though, is you can't really fix poor health. You can manage it, you can maintain it, but the health of an aging parent isn't going to get better because they're aging, and it's just unfortunately part of life. So that can become very frustrating for men when they want to solve the problem and the problem can't be solved. It has to be managed. But what men are great at is all of the kind of like organizing, coordinating types of things. Women, on the other hand, we know it, we are emotional. We just are. And there's good to that because we tend to want to do everything, which is good and bad. And the bad in that is we think we can do everything, and honestly, seriously, we can't do everything. We need help from other people. But we are the nurturers. We are the one, oh, how are you today? We touch. We do a lot of the personal care, which is probably better for women to do. Not that men cannot do it, but seriously, who would you rather have talk to you about incontinence or really personal things? Probably a woman, because we just tend to be a little softer and a little more patient. So how can men work together and not be divided? So be united, not divided. Brothers and sisters, husband and wife, when it comes to caregiving, try to divide up the tasks. So if your husband is the organizer, the manager, let him go pick up the prescriptions. Let him put the grab bars in the bathroom. Let him call and argue with the insurance company, or with the caregiving agency, or with the doctor's office. Let him schedule the appointments. Let him do the things that he wants to do that he is really, really good at. Then you do, unfortunately, I hate to say women's work, because caregiving for a long time has been women's work, and we're trying to change that idea because more men are becoming caregivers. But the grocery shopping, the personal care, the one-on-one, maybe you can share doctor appointments back and forth. But divide up the tasks. And the biggest thing in caregiving is we have to start talking about it. The more that you can talk as brother or sister caring for an aging parent, husband and wife caring for an aging parent, mom or dad talking to your children about caring for the spouse that's not doing so well, the easier it becomes and the less we feel frustrated, angry, stressed, upset with each other. And so there are a few ways to do that. And everybody, a lot of caregivers say, oh, I want caregiving support. Where do I find it? Depending on where you live, there may be local groups. And the problem with that, caregivers say, is, well, then I have to get somebody to sit with my loved one, drive my car to get there. It's like a 4-hour event. Today, it's different. I have everything online, and it's easy to use. So there's two things that you can do. One is join my Facebook group. It's private. It's only for family caregivers, and it's called the Caregiving Trap. So after this video, just type in Caregiving Trap and send me a note, and I will approve you to join. The other is I do a monthly free caregiving support group. So you already know me. I'm not scary, at least I don't think I am. And really, how bad would spending an hour with me live be on the internet for caregiving support to get your questions answered? The next group is Saturday, March 2nd. It's 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which means 8 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, and 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you're watching this from out of the country, Here's the cool thing. If you go to the link in this video, the schedule for the webinar will come up. You click on register. You have to click on register because if you don't, you won't get the email. But then I will send you an email about 2 days in advance of the group and probably a day before and then maybe 15 minutes before. But that will have your time zone in it. So you won't have to guess and say, oh my gosh, what did you say? 9 o'clock, was that Pacific, Central, Eastern? It's in the email. I am Pamela Wilson. I help caregivers and aging parents solve caregiving problems. I do this caregiving chat every day. So if you haven't seen all of the videos from this week, you can go back onto my page. It's PamelaDWilson.com, and you can see videos on guardianship from yesterday, getting along with family members who drive you crazy, and a lot of other subjects. And if you have anything that you would like me to talk about, please comment. These videos are not a one-way conversation. There is that comment box underneath them where you can like, love, comment, and share. And sharing is important because 1 in 4 people are caregivers. 1 in 4 people you know. There are other people that would benefit from this information. Maybe there are people that would want to attend my support group. Please share these. Caregivers have to support each other because there is this thing called caregiving shame. And I'll close with that. Let's say you're talking to somebody about caregiving and they're not a caregiver. They don't understand what you're going through. And they may even have the nerve to say, oh, it can't be that bad. Well, of course you should care for your parent. Well, we all know that. Doesn't mean caregiving is not hard. I'm Pamela Wilson. Join me for my caregiving support group on March 2nd and join my Facebook private family caregiver group. It's called the Caregiving Trap. I will see you tomorrow in another video. Have a great Sunday.